Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. The sleigh bells playing in the background tell us that it is time for another holiday release and another, the largest drop yet, in the Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity release. We had previously released the Mega Mothership, which I'll link my review to that down below. But today we have items from the much bigger Holiday 2020 Pat McGrath drop. We have all three of the Celestial Divinity Luxe quads, along with, yes, the brand new highlighter, the champagne gold version, which means there'll probably be more soon, of the Skin Fetish Sublime highlighter. That's its full name to us right now. I guess we don't know it that well, so we'll use its full name. I also picked up, and we'll look at it for fun, the Elson, which is it's a repeat color, but it was in this gorgeous Pave case. So we'll talk about that. We got swatches, we got try-ons. I'm wearing one of the Luxe quads right now. So settle on in. It's so much information that I tried to make it very organized for us today. I can't help it. I have to organize everything. What I have done, princesses, is I have tried to put this in a very kind of a very precise order. So what I have done in terms of swatches is you're going to see the swatches of all three of the new Luxe quads. And then I just want to let you know that I did swatch comparisons to both relevant and obvious swatch comparisons. However, I must let you guys know that if you have a comparison unique to you, that we would probably all like to see. And if you are really wondering something before you make a purchase, please let me know and I will do a swatch just for you and put it all over on my Instagram. And I get back to you very quickly. You can testify to that in the comments if you've actually ever asked for a swatch. I will accommodate swatches for you all the time, very quickly. I just get back to you right away and I put them up on my Instagram. So if you do not see a swatch here, I only did obvious ones. If we pulled out all of the Pat McGrath palettes, we would be here all day. And that's great for some, but most of us just want a quick run through. That's what I've done. So let's get started. They're all here in their beautiful packaging. First swatch I want to show you is the obvious one. First thing we're going to look at has all three of our quads, our new Celestial Divinity Luxe quads. You will see Risque Rose all the way on the left, closest to my elbow, with Interstellar icon on the right of it. And the swatch above is Fleur Fantasia. That is the swatch above, Fleur Fantasia. So again, Risque Rose on the left, Interstellar icon on the right, and Fleur Fantasia above it. Let's also take a look at these here in the camera. So let's first look at Risque Rose just in the pan. Here it is, Risque Rose. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at this color right here. Risque Rose in the pan. Then again, we'll look at Interstellar icon in the pan. So you can take a good look at that. And I'm hoping you guys can freeze some of these or freeze some of the swatch comparisons I'm doing if anything goes too fast. Though I'm trying to kind of hold them up there. And last but not least is Fleur Fantasia, and this is the one, folks, that I'm wearing right now as I record. And here is Fleur Fantasia in the pan. And let's go back again very quickly and see them on the arm. Risque Rose on the left, Interstellar icon on the right, and Fleur Fantasia just above it. So you can take a look there. They're beautiful. Now let's talk about some swatch comparisons. And again, we cannot be here all day, so I did the real obvious ones. The first one I want to show you here is all of the palettes that you just saw, the four Celestial Divinity Luxe quads. And then on the right up top, and I'm going to point to it, is the entire Rose Decadence palette. The Rose Decadence is the most recent 6-pan that was released. So there we have all three of our Celestial Divinity Luxe quads. And then on the top right, and I'll point to it, is the entire Rose Decadence palette. And if you need to see that better, please freeze frame if I went too fast for you. And now, another kind of obvious one, I want you to take a look at all three of the Celestial Divinity Luxe quads with the significant swatches from the new Mega Mothership right next to it above. So again, all three of our Celestial Divinity Luxe quads with relevant swatches, or what I thought was relevant, from the Mega Mothership quad on the top right. So take a look there, freeze it if you need to. And I will also link my video to the Mega Mothership palette below where I swatched the entire thing for you. Let's move on. We got some more swatches. We have all Celestial Divinity Luxe quads and then some relevant swatches, or what I thought was relevant, from the first Divine Rose larger palette. That's the very first Divine Rose, where all this rosy madness started, is on the top right. So take a look there, all three plus Divine Rose on the right. And my last set of swatch comparisons belong to all three, of course, of the Celestial Divinity Luxe quads. And on the top right this time are some relevant swatches from Divine Rose 2. I think those are the most relevant, actually. I think Divine Rose 2, which is one of my favorites, has a lot of that kind of spirit to it. Okay, so again, any more swatches that if you need more time with those, please freeze the frame. And if you would like to request any others, go ahead. I'm open to it, happy to do it. All right, let's talk individually about each of these. And then we want to look at the highlighter, and I just want to show off my lipstick, even though it's a repeat here. Okay, so first I'm going to show you me applying Risque Rose, and that's me applying it to my right eye. And I tried to use as many colors as I could and as many shades as I could of the Risque Rose, which you see me applying to my right eye. I just sped it up for you guys. I didn't do mascara or eyeliner, but there it is. It's a really pretty look. And next, I want to show you Interstellar Icon that I applied to my left eye. I guess that will be your right. And you can see the difference, of course. And again, I tried to play with as many shades as I could and just make a look for you with Risque Rose on the right eye and Interstellar Icon just over there on the left. And last but not least, achieving the very look that we are wearing, or that I am wearing here today, here is Fleur Fantasia, me applying Fleur Fantasia on both eyes. I went back in and I added Pat McGrath her Permagel eyeliner in shade, and of course her Dark Star mascara. But there is me applying Fleur Fantasia for you. And here is the final look today with mascara and liner. The reason why I put Fleur Fantasia on both eyes is it's my favorite. What can I say? It's my favorite of the three. They're all actually quite wearable. What do I think of them? The quality is fantastic. They're lovely little fellas. I'm glad I got all three. I didn't know, I was kind of debating because they have some purpley looks in them, and I am not a fan of purple, but they're so shifty and duochrome that I'm not bothered at all by them. And even this really bright rose color here, it's totally workable, and I love that it's matte and blendable. I think these are beautiful. I actually like them better than the Rose Decadence palette. I didn't have a problem with Rose Decadence, but it wasn't her best out of all of her recent releases. These little four look absolutely lovely to me. I have no problems. I want to look at the highlighter with you. I've been playing with the eye makeup. The highlighter, this will be a first impression. First things first, whoa, it's a nice weighty golden case. Reflective case. As I mentioned earlier, this is called the Skin Fetish Sublime Skin Highlighter, and it tells us here that it's in a shade called Champagne Gold, which must mean that she will build upon this. I'm not really seeing, it is Champagne Gold, but it's definitely got a pink look to it. I'm going to be comparing this to some of the other highlighters that have come out. So if you have comparison questions for highlighters, don't worry. I'll be addressing those very soon. That's just a little preview alert. So let's take a look at this together. It's got a beautiful kind of design, which I will soon ruin. And it's definitely golder on the finger, but it goes very pink, almost like a shift. And it goes very pink. Let me put this on my arm for you and swatch it just right here. And when it's swatched, that's when you see the pink. See that? There's the pink. And it kind of then goes a little bit, it almost has a definite shift to it. I want to apply it to both sides of my face here, and I want to use a natural hair brush, an undyed goat hair, and then I also want to use a synthetic brush, and let's see the difference. So let's do a natural. I have a Refer here, number 19, that I just grabbed, and this is a natural undyed goat hair, and let's just see how this applies to the skin. I have had a lot of viewers asking me saying that they kind of are looking for a pink highlighter. I think we might have found one, because this one certainly shifts pink. There it is with the undyed goat hair, which is, folks, going to pick up a little bit of a less product on it than some others. So I went over it again. This is a very subtle highlight. And for me, I love that. Some people really want a highlight that's huge and bold. I do not. But if you want it to be bolder, here's a Charlotte Tilbury kind of angled synthetic brush. It's going to pick up some more product, and let's use it. That's for those of you who would like to get a bolder look. For me, I'm quite happy with a subtle highlighter. In fact, I find that a relief. I'm not seeing, it does, okay, with this synthetic brush, let me zoom you in. With this synthetic brush, it's definitely picking up more product. It's also picking up a little bit of texture and pores that I am not seeing on the side with the natural hair application. Let me take a look at that myself. Yes, I am seeing much more texture when I picked up more. I also prefer, personally, this side because I just like a very subtle, kind of natural, pretty highlight, like the sun is just kind of hitting me and I'm glistening and my hair is blowing in the breeze. Okay, I'll stop, but you know what I mean, okay? So I like that. For those of you with some texture on your skin, stick to a natural brush, light application. You'll have a really gentle highlight that won't pick up much texture. It is impossible, we all know this, to not have any texture at all with a highlighter. No, but you know, that is a great way to reduce it. For those of you with perfect skin, you can use a synthetic brush and pick up more. For those of us who aren't perfect, that's the rest of us, go natural. I just love this case. So this is not a new color. This is Elson, which is her very, very famous red color, but for holidays it came out in this Pave, with this Pave heart, which I love and will take it with me everywhere and sleep with it under my pillow. Is that strange? And here it is, if you don't know this. It does not go with this look at all, but I'm just gonna lip swatch it and arm swatch it for you guys just so you can see it right by our pink highlighter here. You know, red lipstick kind of goes with everything, doesn't it? This is, a lot of people say, one of Pat McGrath's most famous lipsticks, and a lot of folks, as I say, think this is the perfect red. So let me just lip swatch it for you. There's no way to neatly apply a red on camera, so I just wanted to show you it on my lips. Again, this would need liner and some precision, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of this red. It's kind of an in-between. It's a cool red, and it's just really beautiful and should be applied a little bit more precisely, of course. Hey, what did you get? What are you thinking about this? I know there were also some more lip balms, a little lip balm pots came out today. I think I might wait for the Sephora sale to pick up some of those. What did you get? This highlighter, again, I'm going to be comparing some highlighters, so stay tuned for that. This highlighter, yeah, I love this. Those of you who are looking for a highlighter to go a little pink, this is a pretty one. This is my favorite of the Luxe Quads on my eyes, but I do like all three. Wow, guys, you got some purchases to think about here if you haven't made them. These are good. If you want any personalized swatches, just please let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you have not subscribed already, boy, I would sure love your support. Leave those comments and questions below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.